What is going on, beautiful people? We are back, Subs and Dubs, episode 7. And what a show we have for you guys. So, obviously, right over here, you guys see the special guest, my special co host tonight. Such a huge card, such an amazing card. I wanted to get, you know, I target legends. You know what I'm saying? It's a common theme on the show with all my guests. I want to get people that I'm a fan of, that I consume their content, that I respect, that I know put in the work. And Lou kind of, checks all those boxes for me. So if you don't know Lou, you get to know him pretty quick. That's his Twitter down low. I'm sure he'll go through all of that stuff. But, you know, co-founder of the MMA Engine. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. Host of Props to Consider, that maybe bet. Host of the Midnight Happy Hour with Monk. One of my favorite late night shows. Midnight is afternoon for me, so that's perfect for me. So, Lou, welcome on. Super spur of the moment stuff. I'm glad you accepted the invite. Super exciting card to talk over. So, how you doing? How's life? And thank you for being here, my brother.
Thank you for having me on, man. I watched you at Wheezy, and we talked earlier the day. I'm like, yeah. So I'm a little. Wheezy's my boy. We're Wheezy and I are like brothers for life. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm a little different than Wheezy, and he's like, yeah, I want that. I'm like, I love this card though, man. From a betting perspective, from a fan perspective, like I am here for it, man. So I'm happy to break this down with you. Thank you for having me on so much, and you want to finesse the books this week? I say we just abuse the books this week, my brother. Let's abuse the books, man. Let's abuse them. A lot of money to be made.
Sorry, that's very unprofessional.
No, that's fine. That was me calling you saying like, hey, man.
Hey, you need to plug this again, please.
No, I called you saying, hey, can we not talk about the Emers fight? That was me. So he's not being unprofessional. That's my fault, guys.
We got to start there. I got an opinion on that fight. That one's gonna be fun. But yeah, like you said, amazing cards. There's been a lot of cards over the last couple of months. A lot of heavy juice. A lot of quote unquote setup fights, and that's kind of the opposite of what we're getting tomorrow.
Well, you know why? They're cycling all these. Because they're cycling all these people in from the contender series, trying to save money, man. Like, so you're getting rid of like the old guard, you bring in the new guard. Where the only tape we have as cappers is Kazakhstan basement shit, like stuff.
Black market, yeah.
Well, it's like, oh, cool. This guy fought once and now he's minus 300. Like, but like, how do we cap it? And with this card, yeah, there's some new guys, but I think for this one, there's a lot more tape. That's why these lines you're seeing, like, it's not a ton of minus 600s like the Brazil card. It's a lot of like close lines, and I'm excited. Yep. These are the kind of cards I love betting on.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. I think it's a product of that, a product of amazing matchmaking, and we'll run through all the fights. But yeah, I'm super excited. We got to mix up. Obviously, lost Jones and Stipe on this card, but hell of a replacement we got, and we'll talk through it all. So, Lou, I'm glad you're here. Nobody else I want here to break down such an amazing card. So, try not to keep the people too long, and we'll get going. So, quickly shout out the sponsor of the video, Sleeper Picks. You guys know Sleeper Picks by now, one of the best DFS platforms in the world. Whatever sport you cap, whatever you're interested in, props, rebounds, yards, whatever, NFL, NBA, MLB, UFC, Sleeper has it. So use code GoldBoys or code FTB, get $100 free money. So, and then Pick a Sports, we'll be using Pick a Sports throughout the duration of the show. Obviously, I got to get the best lines. Have to get the best lines. Completely free platform to ensure you get the best of the line every single time. So, shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to the chat. We got Mushroom. We got some loose people in here. We got my boy YBB in here. What's up, YBB? Kyle's in here. Legend Lou. That's exactly what I was going for.
Marley is legend.
Legend.
Marley is legends.
Yeah, so we got two legends in here. Mushrooms in here. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button for those of y'all that are here. And yeah, let's get it started. So, first fight of the night, Lou. Jamal Emers. This fight of the night for you, I heard. Jamal Emers and Dennis Bazooka. So, best current lines I'm seeing now. Jamal Emers minus 240. Dennis Bazooka plus 218. So, Lou, as the guest, let me kick it over you. Any thoughts on this fight? Curtain jerker of the evening.
Yeah, I mean, I love the curtain jerkers, man. And typically, Emers missed weight. He didn't miss it by much, but like, man, you come in and it's like almost a 3-1 favorite. You miss weight. Like, look,
yeah,
let's forget he missed weight. I don't rate Bazooka highly at all. Guys like the Contender Series, like, just boring as shit and like not understanding why he didn't get a job. He's getting this fight because he's from the New York area, like training like in the New York area. I kind of think this is like Emers won that fight against Jenkins and he got screwed. And like I have buddies who live bet Emers and they're like, how did he lose this fight? I kind of think this is a little bit of like a thank you. I think Emers wins by decision at a really high clip. He's not a big finisher. Emers by decision. I'm just checking on my book right now. It's crappy odds. It's even money. Like I mean, honestly, I would sit out this fight betting wise. I'd never want to bet a guy who only has decision equity at minus 250. The pick is Emers. Emers decision even money. It isn't even like I don't love the value there, but I think Emers wins this fight at a very high clip. I don't think highly of Bazooka.
Yeah, 100% agree. I agree with almost everything. I think Bazooka is, I think he's decently talented. I don't think he's completely a bum, but I think he is a card filler. I think, obviously Emers, like you said, got fucked last time out. That's a spot where I bet Jack Jenkins. I think it was, plus 180, plus 190. And that might have been the last time I had a decision go my way ever. Right. So it's been a while. But yeah, especially rewatching it in tape, close fight, but I think Emers definitely won that fight and kind of got screwed in his opponent's backyard. Sometimes the UFC, he's that kind of stuff, and then gives you not a favorable matchup, but a matchup they maybe expect you to win. And I think this is exactly that. Like Lou said, I think Emers is better everywhere. Bazooka obviously fighting out of Cerro Longo, so you expect a decent game plan, but it's fought twice on Dana White's Contender Series, wasn't good enough the first time, despite picking up a win there. I think Bazooka is the classic case of a hammer and a nail. He looks really good when he's going forward, when he's pressuring. Opponent back is up against the cage. He's wailing hooks, changing levels. But when you're able to put him on a back foot, pressure him like I expect Jamal to do, like prior opponents have done, I think that's where Jamal will have a lot of success. So, on the feet, I think Jamal's better. I think he's more versatile. I think he's faster. On the ground, I think Jamal is a much better offensive and defensive wrestler. I like Jamal in scramble situations better. So, yeah, Lou, I think you mentioned this as well, right? Not the most ideal situation, right? Back in Emers has made some mistakes that have cost him some fights. But I'm hearing a lot of things. He has zero fight IQ and all of this, all of that. I disagree. I think he's still evolving, which is rare. He's 34, 35 years old, and I think he's still evolving. I think he's a lot more patient, a lot more calculated, and you make mistakes, lose your fights. That's what happens in fist fights sometimes. So, yeah, IQ is not 100% there, but I think this is a matchup where he can get shit done. So, short notice and not for Bazooka last time against Woodson. Didn't like his gas tank, and the process is not going to change. I don't like him getting taken down, controlled by Woodson. Woodson's a tough matchup, but he's a striker. So, yeah, it's pretty long-winded, but I think Jamal Emers is better everywhere. I'm hearing a lot of people say the same thing Lou said. Emers by decision, which I think that's the most likely version of this fight. But I do think Emers can get him out of there. I really do. I think the only thing that I give Bazooka is maybe raw one-punch power, but I think that's even a little bit overstated. I think the speed and the accuracy from Emers can make up for that, and I think Emers catches him with some shit. I know Bazooka's tough. But I think Emers puts it on him. I think Bazooka slows down a little bit, and I think comes round 2 and 3. I think he's way more live to finish this fight. So I'm going to play Emers. I'm going to parlay him with somebody. Again, not the most plus EV. All the nerds are going to be in my DMs and shit. Not the most plus EV thing. Of course, I wish Jamal Emers is minus 120, but I think he has Bazooka covered everywhere. Therefore, I'm going to take him. I think he wins convincingly. So
if he fights to his best, he finishes him.
Yeah. And he looks good doing it, right? He might look minus 300.
Can I ask you a question before we move on?
Absolutely.
Knowing that he lost a split decision against Jenkins,
yeah.
Do you think he decides to just put it on him to take it out of the judges? Because you're saying you like him by finish.
Yeah.
I don't think that's inconceivable. If he's like, I'm not leaving. I cannot leave it to the judges anymore. Yeah. I don't hate that at all.
Yeah, I mean, the only times I've seen Jamal come out aggressive it's also mixed with a little bit of that wildness, which is what I don't love. So
like Sabatini.
like Sabatini, like a contender series fight. I know contender series fight 5 or 6 years ago, but that's what I don't love about Jamal, right? I think he can absolutely box his face off from the outside and more of a finish by attrition rather than coming out balls to the wall. But I hope he thinks this is a must-win fight because it might be. It might be. I know he's getting robbed in some spots. The Giga fight, the Jenkins fight, but you need to win. You need to win. So huge card, curtain jerker. He needs to win this spot. Major step down in competition. I think he needs this. So yeah, that has to be in the mentality. Like you said, missing weight not great, but I'm gonna pretend like that never fucking happened. He looked healthy. It's 1 pound. He's giving up his money. Hopefully he's a little angry. And yeah, I like Emers in this spot.
I've gained 1 pound in a night. No problem for me.
Yeah, eating one meal. The duration of the meal, you gain a pound. So I'm not too worried. If he looked terrible on the scales, I'd be worried. But yeah. So let's move on. Next fight of the night, we have Joshua Van and Kevin Borjas. Lou, this is gonna be a fucking banger. So best odds available right now: Kevin Borjas plus 180, Joshua Van minus 235. So we've seen a lot of line movement on this fight, on a bunch of the fights. We've seen favorites get steamed or crazily, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, I guess I'll start this one off, Lou. This one is, early in the week, I was gonna bet Josh Van. I love Josh Van. I was gonna bet him. I was gonna find a way to bet him. But as I continue to watch tape, as I continue to listen to people I trust, and kind of do research on my own, I don't find myself being too interested in this fight. And not because they're bums. Complete opposite. I think both of these guys are very, very talented, very, very young. Joshua Van put on an absolute masterclass in his UFC debut, which can be a tough spot. I think at that point only 9 pro fights, making UFC debut. We've seen a lot of people absolutely lay an egg in those spots. And Van just came out and showed his continued development. Obviously, at 22 years old, you're gonna make leaps and bounds fight by fight. But he really put it on Zalgiris in that spot. And Zalgiris is, I'm hearing a lot of things. Everybody has an opinion on Zalgiris. I don't think he's a complete bum. I think he's the perfect measuring stick, if you will. He's not the best fighter, right? He struggled to get wins in the division and in the UFC, but he does stuff really well. And if you're not ready for the UFC and you're not ready to be there, he's gonna prove that to you, and he's gonna show you that. And not only did Van prove that he belongs, but he put it on Zalgiris, almost finished him in that spot, which has shown to be pretty tough to do with Zalgiris. So I really like both of these guys. I think Joshua Van can mix in the offensive wrestling. Both of these guys want to strike. Obviously, I've seen Josh Van mix in his offensive wrestling mainly on the regionals. Secure takedowns, not the best control, but secure takedowns. He's vicious when he's on top, looking for ground and pound and looking to get you out of there. He's not a lay and pray kind of guy. So, this is a fight where I think now the guy's going to want to take it to the ground. It's going to be a stand-up fight, and those kind of fights can wind up being super, super close. I don't want to be in a situation where, if Josh Van was minus 130, I'd play him. It'd be a multi-unit play most likely. But at minus 230, minus 240 now, it's solely the price that's keeping me away. I think this fight plays out or can play out to be a lot closer than that. Borjas is dangerous in the pocket. I think Van is more technical. I think he's faster. Like I said, I think he has the offensive wrestling upside. Therefore, he's my pick. But I think this fight can play out very, very close. So I don't want to be sweating a 29-28 yam bag split decision. You know what I'm talking about, Lou? I don't want to do that. And I'm laying minus 230. So I'm going to skip this fight and be thoroughly entertained watching this fight and just a prove spot for me. So if Van comes out here, looks impressive again, then we'll put that in the memory bank and we'll move on. But I'm most likely going to stay off. Lou, crazy fight. What do you think?
I mean, you say my language with the yam bags.
Yeah.
I mean, look, all credit to Van. He came in on like a very short notice fight against Zalgiris, and Zalgiris is like the king of losing bad decisions. I feel like, to your point, Van is the kind of guy I never want to bet as a 2-1 favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know what to make of Borjas. I taped him for Contender Series. He's hittable. I think he's got the power advantage here. I don't know his grappling. There's a lot I don't know about him. And there's a lot I don't know about Van. And like, so just if I don't know a lot about either guy, I'm inclined to take a dog. But I have a bet on this fight. I took the over 2.5 at plus money. I think that Van's pretty tough. And like, look, this is clench your butthole 12.5 minutes. I get it. Like, I know people don't love overs, but it was plus 110 when I took it. And Borjas, man, these Peruvian, the Peruvian MMA right now is like kind of a growing movement. Like, they're tough. They're all training with like good dudes. I think he's tough enough, and he likes to shoot takedowns, not like an insane clip, but like enough to like throw somebody off. And I think this fight becomes like the war early, like fight of the night, but a decision prop. And so I just like the over here, man. I think that like Borjas probably has worse striking defense, but he has more power. And I think it just becomes like an attritional battle, like as this fight goes on. Like neither one's been finished. Like that's a tough fight, dude. So that's my bet.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, especially at plus money. That's the way I would lean too. Like you said, it's going to be butthole clench at some points during the fight, and you're going to be sweating it most likely. But I love that sneaky look. Both guys extremely tough. Both guys extremely young. Right, not a lot of miles on the chin or on the body at all. So I like that. Very sneaky over. I'll tell you on that one for sure.
At the price, sure.
Yeah, especially plus money. Yeah, 100%. All right. Yeah, second fight of the night, and that's already a banger. That might be sneaky fight of the night right there. But let's move on. John Castaneda going against Kang Ho Kang. Very interesting fight. John Castaneda 20-6. Kang 19-9 as a pro. Best odds right now I'm seeing on Kang plus 115. Castaneda, I'm sorry about that. Castaneda minus 125 as the favorite. So Lou, I'm gonna let you kick this one off. I think this is very interesting. I do have an opinion in this fight. One of the low-key great fights on the card. So what do you think about it, Lou?
Yeah, I have a bet on Kang at plus odds here. I know that people love Castaneda. Like I get it. Kang, man, like look, he lost to his worst fight was to Yaya. And he wanted to just grapple, and like Yaya just kind of old manned him. But really, I think I look at Kang and like he hasn't taken a lot of damage. He's getting better as he's getting older. He's got the technical advantage on the feet here. And if Castaneda, who is so hittable, if he wants to take this to the ground, I think he's not going to like what he finds here. I think this is a very close fight. I almost want to bet the split decision because it's Kang. This is just kind of how he fights. But honestly, I'm just pretty confident in Kang just piecing this dude up and kind of winning like a pretty clear and clean decision. Maybe even a late finish is possible. I just don't rate Castaneda highly like other people do.
Yeah, Lou, I think that was an amazing breakdown. I 100% agree. You mentioned the split decision for Kang. I think a lot of them are bullshit. The Pingwan fight, the Davis fight, I think a clear Kang decisions there. But I'm not a fucking judge, Lou. So who am I? But yeah, Mr. Perfect, and I think that's pretty relevant.
Can we do the gum spit like the real Mr. Perfect? Can we do that?
I don't even know what the fuck that is, Lou.
You know the wrestler?
Oh, okay, yeah. Slightly before my time, but I know who he is.
Well, I'm old, I'm old as shit, but like he would spit the gum and slap it in the crowd, and like he's
just too cool, right? But yeah, Mr. Perfect, and I think that's super relevant. I don't see Lou. I don't know about you. I don't see many holes in this man's game. Like you said, age can be a concern on paper, but I think he's looking better than ever. You know, he took those 4 years. I think it was 4 years for military service, and I don't know what they did over there in that military, but he came back and he looked like he leveled up. You know, I don't know if it's the discipline or the fucking 5 a.m. wake up time. I don't know what it is, Lou, but he looked a lot better even at his age after that military service. So, you know, no holes. Super technical on the feet. Long jab, strong jab, great hooks, great leg kicks. Just super technical. He flows super well in the pocket. So smooth in the striking. Can offensively wrestle. I love his takedown defense. Good scrambles, pretty good control on top. So I don't really see many holes. I mean, I've seen people try to nitpick and poke holes about his durability and shit like that. I don't question his durability. I think recoverability is just as important as durability, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm making any fucking sense, Lou, but you're gonna get it's a fist fight. You're gonna get rocked. You're gonna get touched by somebody. Are you able to recover? Is the gas tank there? That recoverability, I think I put just as much stock into as durability, whether you're getting cracked or not. And speaking of gas tank, I mean, I have not seen Kang slow down. He's gonna go 15 hard minutes. He's gonna fight for your money. And at dog odds, I mean, I can't pass that up. So plus 110, plus 115. I love Kang in his spot. You mentioned the Yaya fight. Obviously, he had his moments in that fight. Um, some of those takedowns were just, I don't want to say unfortunate because it sounds like I'm disrespecting Yaya, but I think it was the second round. Kang throws a leg kick, kind of off balance, and finds himself on his back. Right, just shit like that. Yaya, old man them, like you said, and won that fight. Other than that, I've been super impressed. On the Castaneda side, he's another guy. I don't like the way he's reacting when he gets hit. I don't like the way he is under pressure, and that's what Kang wants to do. Kang is gonna get in your face. He's gonna jab your fucking nose off. Kick you in the leg. I'm not super impressed with Castaneda. He just went basically life or death with Gafarov. Gafarov hurt him real bad in that first round, so that's not a great look. The striking defense is not where I want it to be personally. Betting him at chalk, and yeah, the gas tank. I don't think he's a death gasser, but I think he definitely slows down. And in a spot where Kang is not going to, I think that's fairly important too. So couldn't believe this was plus money. I was trying to be greedy, hope we get a little bit more plus money, but I'll happily take plus 110, plus 115 on Kung Ho Kang. I think he continues his little run that he's on. And yeah, I think it's pretty easy. Also, Lou, very interesting here. I like Kang finish props. So Kang KO was like 11-1, like something crazy like that yesterday. I think Kang is going to catch him with some shit. I really do, especially as this fight goes along. I think he's going to eat up the calf. I think he's going to be pressuring in his face. And, Castaneda is going to have to fight some adversity. So if he wants to do that and he can get through that for 15 minutes, I tip my hat. Congratulations. But at 11-1, I'm going to play the Kang KO. I'm probably going to play ITD if I can get plus 500 or better. I know everybody in the mother.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking at fight odds right now because I have it open because I'm professional, and forget about the method. Like round 2 is plus 1,200, round 3 is plus 1,500. Like
that's what I was going to mention to you too, Lou. Take the round 2, take the round 3.
Like they're kind of appealing. Like I look, he's just not a huge power puncher. But like Castan makes so many mistakes, man. Like it's live. It's very live. The KO and the sub are very live here, man. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm looking at these numbers. These numbers are crazy. They're bad numbers, man.
And it's because you look at surface level shit, and obviously 12 subs on a resume, but like you said, not the biggest power puncher, but I think it's coming. I think I think the volume can eat a guy like Castaneda up. He just does not handle pressure well at all. From what I'm seeing, that's just my opinion. Other people might have different opinions, but yeah, I think it's very, very live. And like you said, the rounds 2 and the rounds 3, because I think they're so mispriced. Like you said, plus 1,200 for round 2. I think that's severely mispriced. So a club that covers everything, a club and sub, whatever you want. So yeah, I really like Kang in the spot. I'm glad we're aligned. First dog of the night for me. So I'm super excited about that fight. Let's get up the chat a little bit. Mushrooms in the chat. Emers decision, sprinkle rounds 2 and rounds 3. I do not mind that at all.
Yeah, I saw Cody Brundage like this post on Twitter, and like I thought he hated me now. Like we were boys.
Yo, Brundage got me scarred. Holy shit.
That's my dude. I know, but like we interviewed him, and like that's my guy.
Oh yeah, that's cool as fuck.
And then he did I don't think he likes me after my commentary on his last fight.
Hey, I mean, if you don't like honesty, you don't like honesty. That's.
I don't know, man.
YBB to Emers court after Jenkins lost. I'll finish my next fight. Yeah, love to hear that shit. Love to hear that shit. Man got robbed in broad daylight. I'm not a judge. I just stand in front of a bunch of them. Van made me happy in his debut, going from plus 200 to minus 200. That's enough for me to watch as a fan. Yep, absolutely. Looked amazing in that fight. Glenn Biden is in the chat, sub gents. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Like the video if you haven't already. We're gonna start flying through. Hopefully you guys are liking what you hear already, and we got a lot more action to go, a lot more action to cover. So let's move on to the next one. Lou, I'm not super excited about this one. We got Jared Gordon going against Olympic Matson. Marco Matson, 12-1 as a pro. Jared Gordon, 19-6 as a pro. Best lines I'm seeing now using the Pick a Sports app. Jared Gordon minus 205. Mark O. Madsen plus 185. Lou, what do you think, my brother?
Yeah, I mean, Denmark's Kurt Angle, like, yay. Terrific.
Hey, Denmark, don't talk shit about Denmark right now. It'll come in your DMs.
Hey, I don't want to talk shit about Kurt Angle, man. Like, that's my, I love the Angle Slam. So, like, this is probably Madsen's retirement fight. And that's the only reason I'm not, like, going to bet him at plus 180. Because I'm never betting Gordon at minus 205. This is a total pass for me. He's pillow-fisted. Look, Gordon decisions like minus 110. There's no way I'm excited to bet this fight. So, total pass. Let's move on and save our time for, like, real fights.
Yeah, 100% agree. If this is another spot where the price, I think, is ridiculous. I really do. I'm hearing a lot of people talk, even people that I respect, saying how Jared Gordon should run through this guy, and it's not going to be close. Levels to this shit. Gordon round 2, round 3. I just really can't get there. If Gordon was minus 110, I might play him. I think he wins.
Absolutely, like
yeah. But minus 110, pushing minus 250, obviously two way different things. So, I think Gordon wins this fight. I think he's more technical on the feet. I think he's a grinder, right? Both of these guys can be categorized as that, but especially Jared Gordon, he's a grinder, right? Not the most technical, but decent boxing, right? Decent leg kicks, decent defensively, but decent is not good enough to justify this price for me. So I think Marco Madsen can make it a dogfight. I think both guys can get off on offensive wrestling if they want to. Yeah, I'm with Lou. We're gonna move the fuck on. Not a fight I'm super interested in. But the pick for the show will be Gordon, but I won't have a dime on this fight.
I'll pick Madsen just to
spice it up,
just so we have some disagreement. But like,
get it? I love it. All right, next fight. Interesting one too, Lou. I'm struggling with this one, so I'm interested to hear what you got to say. Nazim Sakov going against Claus. I'm not even going to try to say the first name, even though I heard it in the tape a billion times. But Borishev 7-3.
Claus.
Claus. Yeah, that's what it is. That's your first name now, buddy. Going against Nazim Sakov, 9-1 as a pro. Best prices you can get now on Sakov, minus 135. On Borishev, plus 122. So we've seen some line movement here as well. Lou, I'm gonna kick it to you first. I'm lost. I'm pretty lost on this one. I've taped this shit like 3 times already, and I still don't have a clear, concise thoughts on this one. So what do you think, Lou?
Okay, so this is one of my favorite fights that I have. I think I have my favorite read on. So okay. I'm on the Borishev side, and it's not just because I want the Russian dance. Obviously, I want the Russian dance. Like if he wins. So look, Finesse, there's 3 ways this fight goes. It's this fight never gets to the ground and it's just striking. And I think Borishev knocks Sakov the F out. Sakov grapples heavy early. And like, I don't know, man, like Borishev's get-up game is good. Like everybody's like, oh man, like, Dick Kessie took him down 30 million times. Like, dude, he kept getting up. Like, his get-up game's good. Like, so, like, is Sakov going to, like, take him down and, like, wrestle 15 minutes? I don't think so. His tape has never shown that. So, in both those scenarios, Borishev knocks him the F out. The only scenario that Sakov wins here is mixing a takedown in early, like, threatening the takedown and kind of getting Borishev off key. But I don't see it, man. He's prideful. You saw it against Evan Elder. He's like, F this, let's go. Yeah. Like, I just want to strike. And dude, Elder landed everything against him. And Elder's ahead. I'm like, I don't rate Elder horribly like a lot of other people do. I think Elder's decent, but he's a headhunter. And Borishev, man, throwing kicks, liver kicks, leg kicks, like, his striking variety is amazing. I think he just pieces Sakov up. I actually gave out on the prop show this week. Borshev round 2. I just think he likes to take that for like first couple of minutes to like download data. I think he just pieces up Sakov and knocks him out, man. I love Borshev in this spot.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not going to talk you off. I mean, my quick thoughts, obviously, Nazim, that you mentioned it, that last fight, just, I don't know, super bad taste in my mouth. Not the last fight, the fight before that, the elder fight that you were talking about. Just got hit with everything on her feet. Like you said, the IQ seemed to be low as fuck. He's getting consistently pieced up, and that fight got stopped early round 3. I think it was anybody's fight at that point, and now you're facing a step up in competition.
He was down 2-0 on the scorecards, by the way.
Oh, was he officially? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So, and he probably thought he was winning. If you would have asked him, after the second round, he probably thought he was winning. Obviously had some moments in that fight, but Elder just could not miss with anything he threw, and that's very concerning. The movement is not there. The footwork, the head movement is not there for me. The McKinney fight, obviously, he had the McKinney experience. So, a win is a win is a win is a win. But we know what McKinney is. So he finished him in the second round. The Slava Claus, I agree the get up game is decent, but still that's round losing shit right there. So if I thought Nazim would come out and wrestle, like you said, for 15 minutes and just put the wrestling shoes on, sniff his crotch, push him against the cage, get him down, I bet Nazim, especially at this price, but I can't trust him to do that. He might come out and the game plan might look to be that. And then he fails once or twice or gets him up and Borshev gets back up and he just completely abandons that game plan. And it's a striking match. And like you said, in a pure striking match, Borshev is vicious with the hands. Nasty as fuck. So if it's a straight striking match where Borshev has 15 minutes to find a chin, I think he does. And I think your round 2 has a great chance of cashing. So yeah, not many thoughts. Probably a fight I'll stay away from. I'm gonna tape it one more time tonight, see if I have an epiphany or whatever the fuck, but I doubt it. So but yeah, interesting fight nonetheless. Let's move on. So Matthias Rebecki fighting Roosevelt Roberts. Obviously a late notice fight. This one just got put together. Matthias Rebecki minus 650, best price you can get. That's actually down a little bit from where it was. Best comeback on Roosevelt Roberts plus 475. Lou, complete pass for me. You like anything in this one?
I mean, did you ever watch wrestling when you were a kid?
Like WWE?
Yeah,
absolutely.
That Roberts is basically already in the ring to my left. He is that guy. Like he gets no entrance. He gets nothing.
Yeah.
He is being fed to Rebecki, who didn't look great in his debut. Looked good against Luke, like last fight. I mean, and Roosevelt came in overweight. Like, look, by a pound. I'm not weight whoring. Like, he came in overweight. He took it on late notice. Dude, he's huge. Like, I don't know how he makes this weight to begin with. Yeah, Rebecki probably just like knocks him out like first 2 rounds. I don't have a bet on here. The the distance props are like minus 170. Like, I don't have any interest in that. I just get a beer, go check out the score of like Ole Miss, Georgia. Like, don't bother with this one, man.
Yeah, or just watch your ass whooping,
Or more importantly, check out the score of Mizzou, Tennessee. Because I like Mizzou at dog odds, but like just putting that out there. Just go check out the Mizzou, Tennessee score and don't worry about this fight.
So the people came for UFC. They got a college football gem right there.
Mizzou has made me all the money. Mizzou's made me all the money.
Yeah, I mean this. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think Rebecki. I always have.
But you're never betting Roberts, right?
Never, ever, never, ever, never. Not a chance. I think. However, Mateus wants to finish his fight. I think he finishes his fight. If he wants to fuck around with him for 15 minutes, I think he wins 30-26. But yeah, I just have the worst luck ever parlaying huge favorites. So, Rebecki might be a free square, but I'm not gonna fuck around with that. So, yeah, let's move on. Lou, people's main event. I have an opinion on this fight, but I absolutely hate it. I love both of these women, both absolute savages. We got Taba fighting Loopy. Godinez. What a fucking fight. Tabitha Ricci 9-1 as a pro. Lupi Godinez 11-3 as a pro. Best odds right now. Lupi is -170. Tabitha Baby Shark Ricci plus 155. So Lou, I do have an opinion on this fight. I like Lupi, and I hate it for several different reasons. One, because I love Tabitha Ricci. I love her development. I love her style. She's a savage, just true professional. It seems like. Um, but I like Lupi in the spot. Lupi. Another reason I kind of hate it is Lupi is kind of hit or miss, which is never the case I want to be in. Especially at choke, I don't usually want to be backing somebody that's hit or miss, hot and cold. But Lupi seems to be putting shit all together. She's had some injuries to her hips, which she's come out and her team has come out and said that has hindered her performances and mostly in the takedowns. We're screaming at our fucking TVs wanting Lupi to wrestle, and she's just not wrestling. But she's looked really, really good as of late. Obviously, the Elise Reed fight, Elise Reed is much, much lower competition, but she still ran through her. Everything we wanted to see as bettors, I bet Lupi in that spot, and everything you want to see as a gambler, Lupi did. She came out, knew what the game plan was, executed it almost right away, and beat the shit out of Elise Reed, which is exactly what you want. This matchup is fascinating. Obviously, Tabitha Ricci's, on the rise, rising up the ranks and shit like that, and really talented. Great movement, great head movement. Decent boxing. She's still kind of developing her stand up, but elite BJJ from top, from bottom. I just love Lupi in this spot. Lupi is gonna have the striking advantage, I think, both technically and power, which obviously in WMMA we talk about all the time. Power and physicality can solely win you fights in WMMA. I think Lupi's gonna have the advantage there. She's slightly bigger than Tabitha is. She's gonna have slight height. Reach is about the same. But you look at them face off. We had it up there a second ago, and Lupi's slightly bigger, and obviously both girls are going to fill out. But yeah, I just think Lupi can fight her fight without being too worried of what's coming back at her. Tabitha is not knocking anybody out. She can put the volume on you, but almost no power, right? Lupi does not have to be worried about that power. Doesn't have to be worried about takedowns. Lupi, what top three, Lou, top two takedown defense in WMMA. So I don't really worry about Tabitha taking her down. If she does, I trust Lupi's savageness and urgency to get up. And yeah, I think Lupi has Ricci pretty much covered everywhere, maybe except pure BJJ, obviously. But yeah, I like Lupi in the spot. I think she wins the striking exchanges. I think it's mostly a 15-minute kickboxing fight. And I favor Lupi a lot in that type of situation. So Tabitha will probably throw more, probably land more, probably be more accurate. But Lupi's going to have the bigger moments, the round-winning moments by far. And in WMMA, I think that's super, super important. So I really like Lupi, even at chalk. It'll be a straight bet for me. If you don't like chalk, fuck off or parlay it, whatever you want to do. But that's what I like. I love Lupi in this spot.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed all of it. I'm not sure Ricci really wins this fight. I gave this out last night on the show. I'm like, I'm going to pick Ricci because I don't want John Kelly to hate me. But like the reality is, I mean, on the feet, and like I don't love Lupi striking, but like I'm looking at this and it's like, well, how does Ricci win this fight? Like Ricci needs Lupi to have bad fight IQ, and like it's on the feet. I think Lupi's more powerful. She wins the optics. I don't think Ricci can get her down.
Yep.
And I don't know. I have no bet on this fight. But Lupi wins this fight, I think, at a very high clip, and I think at more than a 2-1 clip, as the line suggests. I have nothing more to add. You broke it down perfectly, dude. Like I'm not being lazy here. You just I don't know more to add to that. I don't know more to add to that. Like
no, yeah, I appreciate it, and that's kind of where I cap it too. I think Lupi should be -200, -225, and I think she has the upside to look a lot more favorable than that. So yeah, I mean, super, super interesting fight. Hopefully Lupi comes out and, we get the hit Lupi, right? We get a focus Lupi. We get, I know the game plan. I'm going to execute it, but yeah, obviously missed the best of the line like an idiot, but I never put in bets early, Lou. I like to wait for all the info I can. Hopefully
I do too, man. Beating the line is overrated. Like, man, I want more info as the week goes on.
Yeah. I'd rather the more info. We saw last week what the fuck happened.
Unless you see a line where you're like, there's no way.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. Those
like unless
happen.
you see
Yeah,
like a plus 400 where it's like,
yeah,
come on, man.
yeah. Like the last time I did that was with Bobby Green, right? And I jumped in on Bobby Green at like plus 300 or whatever the fuck it was. And then by fight time, he was like plus 400. So I'm like,
Steph,
the one time that I put in a bet early, I lose $1 fucking
do
reverse
you
CLV.
have
Crazy.
I can't see your reverse CLV trophy in the background.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
don't keep
have
it
it?
on me. Yeah, it's just in the attic. I try to keep that a secret. But yeah, it was
You
fucking terrible. I
put
paid.
it on your mantle, man. It's a great
Yeah,
trophy.
no, I can't do that. But yeah, fascinating fight, Lou. I'm excited for that one. But let's move on. Another very, very interesting fight. And Lou, I'm gonna let you kick this one off because this one is super, super interesting. Steve Eryk, 10-1 as a pro, Astro Boy, going against Alessandro Costa, 13-3 as a pro. Best odds I'm seeing now, Steve Eryk minus 180. Holy shit. And on the Costa side, best comeback is plus 165. So a lot of line movement, Lou. This is a fight. We just talked about it. I saw Eryk at minus 120, and I was like, how the fuck do I not jump on this? But it was pre-tape, and I wanted to, stay humble, brother, stay patient, and wait. And I paid obviously dear for it. So super exciting fight, super interesting fight to break down. Lou, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I pegged the Urseg sub. My book is Bet Parks that I use for some of these, and it's plus 380. I see some but it looks like plus 300 is about the market value here. Yeah, I think Urseg F's Costa up like bad. He's coming on short notice. I'm not impressed with Alessandro Costa at all. He doesn't have a good takedown defense. His striking is like kind of wild Brazilian shit. Like he's every guy that's been in a contender series ever. And like, look, man, I don't like some people are like, oh man, Ursa came from like big dog against Dvorak to now he's big favorite. Yeah, this is also a massive step down from like what he faced, dude. Dvorak's decent and he's safe, and Costa's just this reckless dude that like Albazi's not knocking out anybody, and like Albazi tagged this dude repeatedly in the second round. Like Albazi stinks, man. I know Albazi's gonna get a title shot. He's terrible. Albazi is not good, and Costa made him look like a world beater to get him to like main events. It's this horrible state of division, dude. Ursag is like, so why do I like the sub? Because Costa's never been sub, but like if you watch Ursag's tape, like in Eternal, like he cracks it's crazy he doesn't have that many KOs because he cracks you and then he just chokes you. Like he never hunts for punches on the ground. He knocks you down and he chokes you out. And at plus 400 odds, like I think it's bonkers. I love Ursag here. I love him in the distance. I mean, if you just in the distances, you're getting plus money for him, so like you're fine. I love all the Ursig here. I don't think this line's wide enough. I think this is like a very fair price.
Yeah, 100% agree, Lou. And you're talking about the current price, right? Imagine the people that jumped in at minus 120. Like, holy shit, you did your job.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Pepe Sylvia, congratulations.
Yeah, that guy's always getting in on yeah,
My,
Pepe.
my,
I
my,
like
bud,
Pepe.
my buddy.
Yeah, I like Pepe. Yeah, I think you broke it down great. That last point you made about I think we might have lost Lou. I don't know. Lou, you got me? Oh, we might have fucking lost Lou. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, so the last
I,
last point.
if you must know, I'm peeing.
I got you, Lou. Yeah, the last point Lou made about Urseg, the club and sub being a possibility. Yeah, Urseg doesn't seem like that kind of guy that just sees red and wants to knock your face off when he has you hurt. Very smart individual in there. Obviously only a second UFC fight, but you look on regionals, you look at his UFC debut against Dvorak. That's a spot where I bet Urseg got big plus money, and I was ecstatic, right? One of the best bets of the year. He looked amazing in that fight, and he really showed off his versatility. He had a back take in that fight. I believe it was that fight. Just the smoothest fucking back, one of the smoothest back takes you'll ever fucking see. Nasty on the ground. Obviously, most of his finishes come by sub. 7 finishes, out of 10 wins, 6 by sub. So extremely dangerous on the ground, but that's just the ground. When he's on the feet, extremely versatile. extremely aware of everything, right? Defensively, offensively, places his shots really well, super accurate, versatile, especially with the kicks. I think this kid has, only 28 years old. I said it right after, probably because I was on the high of fucking cashing a +2, whatever the fuck. But I think this guy has, you know, really good potential, top 15 potential, maybe in a division, in a division like flyweight, easily maybe top 15, top 10 potential. So, you know, I just think, like Lou said, I think he has Costa covered pretty much everywhere. I take the straight punches, the accurate punches over the looping power punches of Costa. I don't like Costa's gas tank. I think Eryk can fight hard for 15 minutes, you know, partly because he's so smart in there. He's not going to waste his energy. Everything's thrown with a purpose. So, yeah, I mean, there's so much steam on Eryk, I think, for a reason. I think all of it is justified, like Lou said. Obviously, would have loved to get, if minus 120 would have still been hanging out there, would have been a multi-unit play for me easily. So this might be a spot where I parlay Eryk with Emers. I'm still looking for a partner for Emers. I might do that. But I like playing Eryk straight even at this price. I'm not a guy that's gonna have my panties in a bunch laying minus 180, minus 190. If I think the spot, if I love the spot and I think there's still value, I'll lay the juice, no problem. I'll just lay the fucking hammer down. So still deciding, but yeah, I really like Eryk. I'm a bit biased because, like I said, he cashed a ticket for me. But yeah, I think it's a step down too. I agree with Lou. I think it's a step down there. Yeah, cost is just way too wild. Gas tank is a question mark. Durability is a question mark. Defense, striking defense is a question mark. Those are all horrible, Lou. Those are all horrible. So yeah, give me Steve Eryk in this spot. I think he continues to shine on a huge stage. This is the main event of the prelim. So big spot for Eryk, and I think he comes through and more than covers that minus 190 price. So yeah, love it. Another amazing fight. So Lou, without further ado, let's move on to the main card, my brother. Holy shit, this slate of main card fights, the matchmakers,
bangers.
I feel like I need to cash app the matchmaker something. They deserve something. It's crazy. So yeah, first fight of the main event. First fight of the main card. Diego Lopez versus Pat Sabatini. Holy shit, what a fight! Best price on Diego Lopez right now is plus 105. Best price on Pat Sabatini is minus 113. Lou, I'll let you kick this one off. Very interesting fight.
Yeah, so I have a bet on this. So maybe I'm just being Philly biased. Fair enough. Like, I love Sabatini here, and man, these odds are like crazy. Like, this love for Lopes, like, is nuts to me. Like, so Finesse, I talk about this all the time. You I feel like people make these mistakes of like capping dudes in losses. Like, well, he looked really good in a loss. It's like, yeah, he looked good in a loss to Evloev, like on short. Like, I get it. He did. He looked okay in a loss to Evloev.
He did.
And then he beat 97-year-old Gavin Tucker, who, by the way, he landed no punches on. He just caught him in like an arm. Like, dude, why is he like? I don't understand this at all. Like Sabatini is like a legit grappler. Look, I think Sabatini by decision is the most common way this goes. Like, so I'm gonna turn this to you, and I want you to tell me what does a Lopes decision look like to you? Because I don't know how it's possible. Like,
yeah, I think I'm the perfect guy to answer that question because I'm on Lopez in this spot. So this is our first real.
So tell me how he wins a decision, because other than Damon Jackson, who lost his brother like 2 days before that fight and just came out with like, I'm gonna murder this fucking dude.
Yep.
Like, tell me what a Lopes decision looks like. I don't think he finishes Sabatini, but tell me I'm happy to hear that I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a decision, which is part of my capping, obviously, I'm glad you brought this up because this was a very important thing that I wanted to kind of hash out during tape. I think he can win the decision. I think it looks mainly like a striking fight. I think that's one scenario, right? An alternate universe. It may not play out like this, but a spot where the grappling and the scrambles kind of cancel themselves out, and we get mainly a kickboxing fight. I think he can win 15 minutes or 10 out of those 15 minutes of a kickboxing fight and win a decision that way, whether it's 30-27, 29-28. But I think Lopez can finish Sabatini too. So I see both happening.
All right.
Yeah, you done with the breakdown?
No, I'm on Sabatini. Like I'm sort of biased. I'm saying like I feel like Lopez has to finish him. Like I don't see a Lopez decision. He either F's Sabatini up. I just don't see he wins minutes. But like, look, I'm biased. I love Sabatini, man. Like it's my dude.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and this is what I love about shows like this, right? We're on different sides. The people get to hear two different perspectives, two different point of views. Yeah, I mean, I'm really interested in the price. Lopez as a dog, I love. Like I said, I think he's going to be more technical on the feet, have more power on the feet, be more accurate on the feet. Just everything with the hands. He can mix in kicks well too. Lopez can. Everything on the feet, I think, favors Lopez. The only thing that I worry about is whether it's Lopez being too aggressive, whether it's like doing something like pulling guard or fucking flying triangles or whatever the fuck he wants to do, or Sabatini just kind of offensively wrestling and Lopez playing off his back too long and losing rounds like that. That's the only thing I'm worried about. That's the only thing I think stops Lopez from getting his job done, right? But I don't think, I'm hearing that a lot too. Oh, Lopez likes to play off his back a lot. I disagree. I think he's looking to set shit up. And normally when he looks to set shit up, he gets it. And he's going to break your fucking arm or rip your knee out. So I don't mind guys doing that because I know at any second, as nasty as Lopez is from bottom and on top, I know any second this fight can be over. So I'm okay you playing on the ground and maybe losing minutes when I know any second that this fight can end and you can wrap something up. So yeah, I don't rate, past Sabatini, if past Sabatini's offensive wrestling was like elite or like better than it is, I'd be a lot more hesitant to make this pick. But I just can't trust Sabatini to consistently control where this fight goes. And I think he needs that. I think he needs to be on top. I think he needs to control from top. And I might be hard in this spot. I like Diego Lopez's takedown defense. And I combine that I don't like Sabatini's offensive wrestling. I don't like his process when he's offensive wrestling. So yeah, especially at the plus money, I think advantages on the feet. Don't lay on your back, don't get caught on your back, and I think he wins this fight. So yeah, I'm glad we disagree on at least one. That makes shit fun. So
yeah, the show's boring if we're like, this.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I'm seeing smart people on both sides. Like yourself, other people that I respect. On the Sabatini side, Sabatini's dangerous. Sabatini's nasty. I'm not trying to, disrespect, make it seem like Sabatini's a bum, but I think if Lopez fights smart, which is really all I've seen him do is fight smart.
His face doesn't bother you. He looks like a jerk. He looks like a douche, dude. You know it too. He looks.
If he had like a comb over the other way or like I think it'd be different.
He looks like the worst, man. He looks like the worst.
Oh shit! He'll break my fucking arm or take it home with him. So I would never say that shit to his face. But yeah, let's move the fuck on. James ready for it. Holy shit, what a fight! When I remember this fight got announced, and that's the first thing I thought. Holy shit, what a fight! And then I saw the odds. I'm like, holy shit! But for a different way. I saw Steamroller at plus 170, plus 175, plus 180, and I thought that price was kind of ridiculous. So I'll start this one off. I try to keep it short and sweet. I like Matt Frevola in this spot, and it's almost solely based on the price. You're going to give me plus. I didn't even open the fight properly because I'm so fucking excited. So best odds right now on Benoit Saint-Denis, minus 215. I'm seeing plus 200, a couple plus 200 on Matt Frevola on the comeback. So, yeah, at that price, 2-1 dog, I'm going to take Matt Frevola. Both guys – absolute savages. Both guys have military backgrounds, which I respect. Salute. Thank you for your service. Two absolute savages. Two guys that are never in a boring fight. Two guys that want to take your head off, are fully capable at any second to take your motherfucking head off. Two pretty well-rounded guys as well. It's not just absolute brawling. These guys do have wrestling acumens, both offensively, defensively. So I think this is going to be an amazing fight. I think at worst, this is a 50-50 fight. So why would I not take plus 200? I mean, it's that simple for me. I think Matt Frevola is slightly more technical on the feet. I think he has slightly more power. I think he's slightly more accurate. And I think he's slightly smarter in there too. I know Benoit has showed. I'm impressed by Benoit's ability to adapt, fight by fight, and to kind of strengthen his fight IQ a little bit. He's working in the wrestling more. We saw in that let me pull it up. Benoit. Yeah, the easy dose fight. Obviously it says he has no knockouts on his record, but that easy dose fight is a knockout. I don't know about you, Lou.
No, it's
10 out of
not.
10 referees stopped that fight.
Yeah, except for like fixed Russian guy.
Yeah, that ref. I think he got pulled from that card too. I think he had one
He
more
did.
time on that card, and he got pulled.
He got pulled immediately.
Yeah, so fucking bad.
That's a round 2 finish for. Go ahead, but
yeah, and then it's a completely different story, right? All these, ESPN cappers, these box score cappers, maybe look at it differently because that's all I'm hearing. Oh, Benoit's never been knocked out. Benoit's, and yeah, the dude has a chin. The dude is tough as fuck. Might be a granted chin, right? He might just never fuck off. That might be the case. But you keep taking damage like this. He's still, relatively young, 27 years old. You keep taking damage like this, it is going to catch up with you. The Moises fight, obviously, some of the best fighting I think he's ever done. Completely broke Thiago Moises. I had BSD in that spot, bet on him, and he completely broke Moises. He had Moises in a fucking turtle position at the end of that fight, just landed bombs. So, going from the easy dose fight to that Thiago Moises fight, I'm seeing improvement still. He's working in the offensive wrestling more, a little bit smarter, slightly bit smarter, I think, but still extremely wild. It's just the price for me, Lou. I think if anybody is going to spend time on top, I think it's Frevola. I know that may be controversial. I'm hearing the opposite with some people breaking down his fight, but I'm just hearing some absurd things. Because I make bets so late in the week, I get to kind of see shit on Twitter, fucking even shit that I don't want to see. I see on Twitter, and it's just some outrageous takes on this fight. People disrespecting Matt Frevola. I think people overrating Benoit saying the knee, and this price is just ridiculous. I feel like so. Matt Frevola can knock BSD the fuck out. I mean, it's just as simple as that. So you're giving me that. I think he has decision equity. I think he has knockout equity. Like I said, I think if anybody spends time on top, I think it's Frevola. So why would I not take plus 200? I just feel like that price is absolutely ridiculous. Both guys have absolute dynamite in their hands. So, it's going to be volatile as fuck. It really is. But in a spot like that, you don't lay minus 200. You take the plus 200 in a spot you think is going to be super volatile. So I like Matt in his backyard, put on for New York City. That's my home, MSG. I think he lights up the fucking Garden, and I think the crowd blows the fucking roof off of the Mecca, and I think he gets Saint Denis up out of there. So I'm gonna go Matt Frevola money line, and I'm gonna go Matt Frevola round 1, round 2 knockout. What do you think, Lou?
Well, I grew up in Long Island, so like hearing that is. So I like one of your props, and I hate the other one.
Okay, go to me.
I like Frevola round 2 quite a
Mm.
bit, and I'm just gonna add to what you said because you nailed everything. But there's a couple things I think that like are important here. If you look at Santini's fights, like I forget the French fight. I literally it's like out of my memory. Like I taped it. I taped it this week, and I'm like, I can't. I still to this day cannot remember who he fought. And then the Moises fight, dude, he's a great hammer. Like he bullies these dudes.
Yep.
And like, look, I realized like when he fought Celestia dos Santos, like step weight class, the short notes. Like I got it. Frevola hits a million times harder than Celestia dos Santos. Like
Yep.
Celestia dos Santos is an attritional finisher. Like now he's more varied in his attacks. There's a lot of kicks. Like Frevola's more like just a puncher with some grappling. But like that fight, look, he lost in the second round by KO. Like I watched it. I had the under. I know he lost in the second round of that fight. So I just want to I'm going to pivot off what you said, and I'm not going to advise the same bet you did because I think I can get our viewers maybe this much more value.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's get it.
I would wait to live bet because you said you have Frevola round 1, and to be honest with you, I actually think if Frevola survives the first, he's going to fuck Santini up, man. Like, Santini is going to be spamming left kicks like the whole first round, man. And like, And if Frivola's going to die, it's going to be in the first. If this thing gets out of the first, and it's not even like the whole first round, man. I think Frivola's going to like probably be good after 3 minutes. He's going to start like realizing, okay, I took his best shit. I'm not worried about it. Like, people are like, oh man, grappling advantage. Nobody is grappling in this fight, dude. Nobody is grappling. I'm telling you right now, I know they can both grapple. Nobody is grappling in this fight, man. This is a war. This is just nobody's grappling, man. If either one of them, by the way, if either one goes for a takedown in this fight, like, boo this man. Boo this
Listen,
man.
if Frivola gets 1 minute of top time, you owe me a shit.
I mean, if he goes for a takedown in the third round and it's like trying to sub him, that's different. Like if he sees it, like, but even then he'd be like, "Nah, I'm knocking this fucking fool out, man." Like, I think Frivola gets stronger as this fight goes on. I think that, like, you know, Santini, like, it's not recency bias. It's a couple of fights ago, but like, I had Santini against Bonfim at plus 280. Like, I nailed that one because the odd, yeah, but it was just like, dude, Bonfim was a bum. And I'm like, this is a wide line for a guy who's like a crazy, this is a wide line. Like, even money, I'm not betting Santini at even money, or like I'm like 3-1. Like, oh my God, like Bonfim's not good enough to be 3-1 here. I think that Frivola after one, you might get like plus 400. Plus 350. So my advice is like, I like that. But I'm with you. I like Frivola here quite a bit. And yeah, he might die in a minute. If he doesn't, if he doesn't die in a minute, this is a good bet. Like, I really think that Santini just like spamming leg kicks and like breaking his arm is his win condition. Not 100%, but like, I don't think he can be a bully here.
Yeah, that's I forgot to mention. I'm glad you brought it up. That's the one thing that worries me. I just, for some reason, I'm picturing in my head Saint-Denis throwing like a vicious left kick right to the body and folding for Frivola. I don't know why I feel that, but I had a weird feeling in my loins. You know what I'm talking about, Lou? You've had that feeling before, right in your loins. I don't know. I just keep picturing that shit in my head.
My plums.
Yeah, right in the plums.
In my plums.
Right in the yam bags. They're jiggling, just telling me.
The bagel region.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird as fuck. But yeah, I mean, listen, at plus 200, all I want you to do is go out there, be a steamroller, be Matt Frivola, fight for my money, throw bombs at this guy's fucking head. And you know, it is what it is. It's gonna be a volatile fight, most likely. So yeah, plus 200, I'm in. I'm all the way in. I'm diving heavily.
Are we capping home cooking here? We capping home field?
Not against this guy. Not against not against BSD. BSD BSD has done terrible things in the army, so I don't think he gives a fuck where the fight is. I don't think he gives a fuck about the crowd. So yeah, not in this one. But yeah, just as a fan, just amazing fight. If you got a friend that is up in the air about UFC, I don't know about it, have him sit the fuck down, eat a Snickers, and have him watch this fight. And great fight to watch as a fan. So yeah, almost done there, Lou. So another very interesting fight, a fight that I have action in. Jessica Andrade going against Mackenzie Dern. Jessica Andrade 24-12 as a pro. Mackenzie Dern 13-3 as a pro. Best price I'm seeing now on Mackenzie Dern is minus 200. Holy fuck. Best price I have on Jessica Andrade plus 185. So interesting fight, Lou. What do you think?
So 2 checks off divorce, right? Like,
correct.
I mean, if divorce is the best base, and then you have like Dern off like an absolute maniac jihad against Hill versus Andrade, who's like, oh yeah, I've only been taking these. Look, man, so I'm just gonna say this right now. The price of the under is like 20 cents less than Dern. Just take the under, because I don't know what an Andrade decision win looks like. She could just come out here and absolutely steamroll Dern. She could be like, I'm fucking tired of this shit. And we've seen it. She's a champion, man. Like, I don't think Dern should be 2-1 in the spot. Because, I don't know, Finesse, you tell me. When did Dern get, like, really good at takedowns?
Yeah, no, we still waiting on that.
So, like, people that are betting Dern here, like, are you capping her being... Like, are you capping her, getting her down, and submitting her? This isn't Blanchfield where, like, Blanchfield proactively goes for takedowns. This is a girl who, like, kind of gets fights to the ground because her striking's okay. Andrade at, like, 75% of her best kind of fucks Dern up all the time. So, you look at Dern at minus 190 and the under 2.5 is, like, minus 175. I'd rather have the under. Like, it gives Andrade's win condition of, like, just brutalizing her on the feet. Or if Andrade makes a mistake from all these fights this year, it's Dern subbing her. So I'll lay the juice. I'll take the under 2.5 here, man. Like, and if I have to make a pick for the show, fucking A, dude. Everybody's taking Dern. Give me Andrade to, like, vet lesson her, man.
Let's go, Lou. Let's go, Lou.
Well, like, I mean, again, I don't know why it's such an assume. Like, how does Dern cover minus 200? She's getting takedowns constantly. Okay, Dern is not somebody who constantly gets takedowns in fights, man.
Yeah.
Like, Blanchfield taking you down is not Dern taking you down, dude.
Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. So the first thing I'm a little confused about is this picture right here, Lou. I'm confused about that picture. They have Dern listed at 5'4", and Jessica Andrade listed at 5'1". That does not look like that to me right there. So I think she's going to be a bit longer, right, physically. Like, I think Dern is going to be a little bit more lanky, longer, with the limbs, which might give her an advantage. But Lou, I mean, I hate to do it. I'm on the Dern side. I'm with the public on this one. It's scary as fuck. Everybody and their pets and their aunt's pets are betting Mackenzie Dern, and that's obviously worrisome. I do not want to disrespect Andrade in any way. People are very quick to start disrespecting these fighters and disrespecting, former champions, legends of the game. Jessica Andrade is a legend of this game. Don't get that fucked up. Last 6 losses: Tatiana Suarez, savage. Yan Xiaonan, savage. Erin Blanchfield, savage. Valentina Shevchenko, savage. Rose Namajunas, savage. Zhang Weili, savage. So, I mean, you can't really poke holes, many holes in that. But there's always a but, Lou. I think Dern covers his price. I really do. And I disagree. I don't think takedowns are the only way to do that. I think she can dominate on the feet, Lou. I really do. And I know that sounds preposterous. I know it does. I might get canceled for it. My DMs might start blowing the fuck up. But I think it's possible, Lou. I think she's still developing the hands. Obviously, we saw that last fight in the Angela Hill fight. Rocked her many, many times. A seasoned striker, a veteran striker. I think she's going to be more powerful on the feet. I think she's going to be, more aggressive on the feet. Andrade, although she's losing to top level competition, I still don't like the way she's losing and the way she looks. She doesn't take damage well, doesn't take pressure well. Mackenzie Dern came out her last fight and put the pressure on right the fuck away. And I think she does the same thing. Why not? You just dominated, ranked girl in the division. Why not come out with that same game plan? So, yeah, Andrade, I hate when people say, oh, they're just fighting for money, right? They just it's a bad grab and leave, right? Therefore, I'm picking against her. Bro, you get more money if you win. You get double the money if you win. There's still incentive to win if you're in there for a paycheck. I've never got why people say that. But, obviously we heard the same things, Lou. Oh, I fought 4 or 5 times this year to pay for my divorce. That is very concerning. You know what I'm saying? The way she put it, I listened to the interview, the way she put it, and again, through translation, I just hate to hear that shit. I really do. I hate to hear that. That doesn't seem like your heart's still in it. It seems like you're solely fighting for those purposes. Divorces are expensive, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't think the contract is that lucrative. So, yeah, she needs to be in there. Want and a need, I feel like it's 2 different things, especially when you punch each other in the face for a living. So,
can I just say something here?
Sure.
I don't think she's as good looking as everybody says. I'm just
Who the fuck is saying that, Luke? You talking about Andrade?
No,
Oh,
Dern.
you're my Dern. Okay, I got you. See,
No, I just
you tripping,
look, guys, go outside or go to a bar and you will meet better looking women than Dern. Like, just let's calm
How dare
down.
you, Lou? How dare you? Okay,
Dude,
Mackenzie Dern's a fucking smoke show.
if she walked into my apartment and was like, "We are having this sex," I'd be like, "Yes, ma'am." Like, I'm not saying that, but I'm not like putting up like a big head or like a poster, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" I
I'm
mean,
getting the big head.
are you
I'm,
you stand for her?
I'm
Come
getting the big head.
on,
She'll
come
be right here.
on, dude,
She'll be right
come
here on this
on,
wall, right there.
man.
Life
You're
size
out of,
Mackenzie Dern. Come on, Lou.
you're the
Stop.
worst. Come
Stop.
on, bruh.
Mackenzie Dern might be a dime piece.
Look,
You never know.
I'm trying to throw the show off kilter. Your producer probably is asking you like,
He's
why
like,
did we
move
get
the
this?
fuck on
He's
and
like,
shut
why
the
is this
fuck
guy
up.
on the show? Why? And now
Oh,
he's laughing in
shit.
my ear. He knows, dude. Hey, man, finesse knew. I'm
That
not
little
Wheezy.
giggle,
I'm
that little
not
giggle
Wheezy,
from
man.
James.
Wheezy's like my best friend in space. I said, I ain't Wheezy. And he's like, I know. I'm like, all right.
Weezy be talking about distance striking accuracy, and Lou's talking about having the sex.
I'm talking about yam bags and the sex.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I'm a capper, bro. That's how you cap fights.
Oh my fucking god. All right.
17% ROI this year.
Boom. You get both.
So
Both of
I don't
both.
tell you. I
Best
don't
of both
tell you.
worlds. All right, that little giggle from James was hilarious. All right, let's move on to the co-main event of the evening. Holy shit. I don't know how many times I've said that. We need a holy shit counter on the bottom of the screen. What a fight. What a fight. Sergey Pavlovich fighting Tom Aspinall. Short notice fight for both gentlemen. Obviously, we got this instead of the John Jones and Stipe fight. Interim heavyweight championship of the world on the line in this one. Sergey Pavlovich, 18-1 as a pro. Tom Aspinall, 13-3 as a pro. Best odds I'm seeing right now, dead pick'em, Lou. Dead pick'em. I'm seeing minus 110s on both sides as the best prices. No, I lied. I'm seeing some minus 105s on both sides too. So slight pick'em to slight dogs for both. Lou, I don't know what to do with this fight. This screams at me to stop being a fucking degenerate and to sit back, roll some up, and watch the fight as a fan.
That's not fun.
That sounds very fun to me. You know,
No,
I
I mean
remember back in the day.
the first part, the
Oh,
non-betting part, the
yeah.
not betting part's
Listen,
not fun.
back in the day when I was a wee old lad, I just watched these fights for fun. I was not a degenerate at that time, right? So I'd watch these fights for fun and have a good old time. You know what I'm saying? I think I need to go back to my roots, Lou. I see a million different ways this fight plays out. I'm seeing a million different people on both sides, people that I respect. I'm seeing a million different, methods of victory that guys are predicting for both of these guys. It's just an absolute banger of a fight. How, even if you like one side of this fight, how do you fade the other guy? I can't justify it in my mind, even at pick'em odds. Tom Aspinall, absolute savage. Came back from the injury. Just an absolute savage. Surged his way to the top, and now is getting a shot at the heavyweight championship of the world, at least a piece of it. Again, not the best competition, but I don't think you're going to get that really in the heavyweight division. Curtis Blades, obviously that was the fight he got injured in. I think that to date is probably his best level of competition. The Volkov fight was obviously, perennial top 5 guy in Volkov. Obviously super impressive. Sergey Spivak, Andrei Arlovsky, go down the list. Aspinall has been very impressive, extremely well-rounded, very quick on the feet, very fast on the feet, accurate on the feet, can mix in the takedowns, very nasty, went on top, submission threat, ground and pound threat. I could go on and on saying good things about Tom, and I can do the same thing for Pavlovich. Just an absolute fucking destroyer. Absolute destroyer. Also for Curtis Blades, we know how that we know how that one played out. Tied to Avasa, know how that one played out. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 straight, 6 straight UFC wins, all knockouts, all in under 4 minutes. And against pretty good competition. I look at his resume and I'm more impressed than Aspinall's resume, but I don't think that truly matters in this fight. This is two absolute Goliaths, two of the best heavyweights on planet Earth right now. Hence why there's a piece of the championship on the line. 15 finishes for Pavlovich and 18 wins. Lou, I just want to sit back and enjoy. I don't want to be having a fade, catching myself fading one of these guys. I think Pavlovich can turn Tom's lights off. I think Tom can do the same. I think Tom can show his versatility and athleticism, piece him up on the feet. It sounds like Tom is low key. All the media that I'm hearing, it sounds like Tom is low key planning to wrestle. And yeah, you fucking better, guy. You better wrestle, especially versus this guy. So I think Tom can mix that in and look pretty dominant. We've seen Pavlovich absolutely turtle up. And, only in the Alistair Overeem fight, we've seen him get up to. We've seen him get taken out. We've seen him get up to. So, Lou, I think this is just shit might change overnight. Who knows? I'm a degenerate at heart, but this is one where I'm just going to kind of stay away, enjoy the pure violence that we're going to be witnessing and just enjoy, be a fan. Lou, what do you think?
Yeah. So first of all, you're betting this because why wouldn't you? And if you're going to bet it, the under 1.5, I know it's like minus 200. It's a great parlay piece. Like this fight's not going. Like
that's what I thought about the main event last week, Lou.
I know, but there's like 4 ways this fight can go, and like all of them are not like okay.
Yeah.
So I'm on the Pavlovich side, and I went back and forth all week on this one, but like ultimately this is what I came up with. And by the way, whoever wins this fight's gonna look like minus 900. Like there's no it's not gonna be a back and forth war.
Yeah.
Either Aspinall takes him down 45 seconds in this fight and just kind of like blast double, abuse him, like that's the end of it. Or he does what I think's gonna happen, and he like tries to set up takedowns, and like the leg kicks are gonna be all there all day for Aspinall if he wants. And I'm just telling you, I feel like he won't throw them. And I'm just gonna be reminded why America is a country, because the Brits are the worst when it comes to wars. And like Pavlovich, man, like he doesn't throw kicks, he doesn't check kicks. He's just all he wants to do is box. And Aspinall is going to accommodate him and do something fucking stupid and like just stay in boxing range. And it's one shot and he's going to be unconscious. Like, give me Pavlovich just to murder this dude. And like,
fuck Lou.
I'm not sold on Aspinall having. Look, his win against Volkov was awesome. Like he immediately took him down and like fucked him up.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I think he does this in MSG in the biggest fight of his career. When you got like Ivan Drago, who's ice cold, it's like I'm here to murder. Fuck. I think Pavlovich just finds a chin and like knocks this dude out. I really and I'll add one more thing to this. We're assuming that like Aspinall getting a takedown is the end of the fight because he got taken down years ago against Overeem, who's like a legit Hall of Famer. We don't know if he's improved. You know what I know? Blades didn't take. What I know is Curtis Blades didn't take this dude down. I don't want to hear anything. Curtis Blades didn't take him down in a fight.
He's at ATT too, so we know what they do there.
Curtis Blades, who's the best heavyweight wrestler, took him down 0 times, man. So you don't think Pavlovich trained? All he did for that fight was train takedowns? Like, I'm not convinced he doesn't have takedown defense. Us not seeing it doesn't mean he doesn't have it. And if he trained for that for the Blades fight, and there's no doubt he did, that means he's been training takedown defense against the elite of heavyweights for 2+ years. So I'm not convinced this is people that are betting Aspinall are like, quick takedown, it's over. I am not convinced that's happening here. And look, if you're on the Aspinall side, Finesse, like you are, every second this is on the feet, you hate your life. Like, so, like, give me that guy. And also, extra prediction. if and when Pavlovich wins this fight, John Jones is not coming back. He wants no part of this fucking dude. No part of this dude. He waited as the backup fight. John Jones doesn't want any part of this dude.
I mean, I don't know if John Jones scared of anybody, but I think he.
But
he's
got nothing to prove. But he's got nothing to prove. John Jones proves nothing by beating him, because then he's gonna beat him and then retire. Like John Jones, dude. I love John Jones. This is not hate on John Jones.
Yeah,
I love John Jones. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He has nothing to prove by beating him, and he may actually get like seriously injured. By, like he has. Like, dude, against Miocic, he's like, it's like, dude, I wrecked this dude so badly.
Yeah.
I think Pavlovich is the guy's. Like, could I take him? I could probably take him down. Like, if I can't, I'm gonna die. I honestly think he's like the scariest dude. Pavlovich is no joke, man. I don't know, man. I like him so good here, but it's a good fight. Look. And Aspinall could look minus 1,000 in this fight, and I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, if he does, I'm not invited back ever. If he does, I got it.
I mean, I think it's a nice little cherry on top of John. You know, let me come back. This guy thinks he's the fucking champ because he got a piece of the belt. Let me come back, whoop his ass, and then maybe go out on that. That's the only thing I see. You know, but I'm not on the Aspinall side. I wasn't gonna pick a side, but if I were to, like, under my head, I would pick Pav too. And you're kind of talking me into it, which I fucking hate, because I want to stay off. I really, really do. But I'm not disciplined enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the time
do you like the under? Like, as a parlay piece? What do you think about the under?
Oh my god, it's so tough, Lou, because like I have such bad luck with that shit. Yeah, juiced. Obviously, it's going to be juiced, but
it's 215. Last I looked.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a lot.
What if Aspinall wrestles? First round is boring as fuck, and he wrestles, and then you're in the second round and you're just sweating at 2.5 minutes. You know, that's
what is the first
for me.
What is the first 30 seconds like if Aspinall gets him down and there's like, let's say there's like no punches. Let's say Aspinall just takes it down the first round. There's no punches. What does the first 30 seconds of the second round look like to you? Is it not Russian smash? Is it not like Hulk smash?
No, I think Pav might be a little bit more careful. Like, holy shit, I just got dominated for 4 minutes. Maybe try to let me not be a Russian, meathead. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he comes out and he's fucking angry and Hulk smash. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing that worries me, right? If I'm gonna bet this fight, I'm gonna pick a side. It's probably gonna be Pav, in just the hopes that he, like you said, just turns his fucking lights off. Tom is hittable. Like as
very hittable.
Yeah, as talented and fast and kind of in and out as he is. He's fucking hittable, and he does not mind striking with a guy, even like Pav. So, like I said, I have the inkling that his plan is to wrestle. The game plan is to wrestle. But once you're in there in your underwear in MSG and locked in the cage with another man, the game plan can fade fast. So, just another fight, another banger of a fight. Just another fight where if you got anybody that's on a
Twitter's gonna hate each other the whole main card.
Yeah, no matter what the
Frivola fight, the Dern fight, this fight, the Sabatini, dude. Every fight is like a Twitter war this week.
Yeah.
So it's like hilarious.
Yeah, people are gonna lose, and it was a great read though. No, it lost.
And I'm excited for the one guy who put in 30 parlays, who's like, I hit a main card parlay. Subscribe to my Telegram.
Yeah.
All winners in there, guys.
Yeah. That's not. I could spend 2 hours on that, but just a fucking banger of a fight. Like, holy shit, somebody's walking out interim heavyweight champion of the world. And both are going to be deserving. So, hell of a fight. But yeah, let's get down to it, Lou. It's about that time. Main event of the evening, UFC 295, Madison Square Garden. Light heavyweight championship of the world, not the interim, vacant light heavyweight championship of the world. As soon as this fight starts, my man Jamal Hill will no longer be the light heavyweight champion of the world. But that's a bad man. Let's not forget about Jamal Hill. Y'all better watch the fuck out for his comeback. I think he beats both of these guys. No hot take. I think he beats both of these guys. But anyways, time and place for everything. Jiří Procházka going against Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira is 8-2 as a professional. Yuri 29-3-1 as a pro. Best odds I'm seeing right now, Pereira -120. Best odds on Yuri +115. Lou, I feel the same way about this fight as I do about the co-main. I think if I were to bet a fight, be a degenerate and bet a fight, I think it would be the co-main instead of the main event. This just screams stay away. Same thing as a main event. For me, this just screams stay away, enjoy it, watch history being made. Alex Pereira, I think still doesn't get the credit that he deserves. I think people, 10 pro fights, he's hittable. Adesanya knocked him the fuck out. Alex was in the twilight zone in that fight. Like he didn't know what the fuck happened. So Izzy separated him from his consciousness real fucking bad. But, beat Jan Blachowicz, former champion. Beat Izzy, obviously, former dominant champion. Beat Sean Strickland, current champion of the world. He wins tomorrow night.
Violently knocked out. Violently finished Sean Strickland, a notorious hard guy to finish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
violently finished him.
And that combo was insane. Like he hits him with the hook, and then on his way down, catches him with another. It was just legendary shit. So 11 fights after this fight commences. 11 fights into his pro MMA career. This guy would have beaten 4 champions or former champions and be a double champ, a 2-division world champion. That is just legendary shit. Absolutely legendary shit. On the other hand, Yuri obviously never lost his belt. Coming off a devastating injury. I'm hearing some knuckleheads online, Lou, saying that the injury wasn't real. Are you hearing the same thing?
Well, they said find me the scar on his shoulder. I heard that. But like, dude, I had shoulder surgery. I had non-intrusive shoulder surgery when I went to college because I used to pitch in high school. Like I went to a really crappy team, by the way. Like this is not like this is not like some flex. Like I was good for my crappy, but I had to have non-invasive surgery. Like I'm just saying is like you can have major shoulder stuff without a scar. However, for the way Dana White, he forfeited the title. I will say that I am a little surprised that I do not see a scar. I will say that.
I mean, Dana likes to exaggerate. So he said it was the worst shoulder injury.
But he forfeited the title. So it had to like I don't care what Dana says. He forfeited the title.
Yeah.
So it had to be serious. And now it's like, look, I don't know, man. I look at this dude's haircut. I look at this dude, his tape. This is not a dude who's like, I'm hurt. I'm forfeit. Like, no, I imagine it had to be very serious to disable him.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, dude.
Yeah, of course. And I think people fail to do that a lot. I think, there's some guys in MMA
false
Twitter.
False narratives, dude.
Yeah, there's some guys on MMA Twitter that are prominent. They own all these shows, and I won't put up any names. I don't want the drama, but absolute fucking idiots, Lou. Like absolute idiot. The disrespecting fighters, calling fighters out of their name. Like they won't if they step in a cage. Like guys that have never stepped on a mat, never stepped in a cage in their life, never had any adversity in their life. Calling these fighters out of their name. Anyways, different time, different conversation.
I've been talking shit to Chris Curtis for a year. And, but like I'm just trying to make money. I just feel like I've built it up, and dude, he'd kick my ass.
Yeah,
there's no doubt. But also, if he fights me, we'd make like millions. Like I have built that to the point where I'm like Iron Sheik. I'm like Chris Curtis. You are worse than the Nikolai. You're a piece of shit. Like
a 12-month storyline.
I'm building it up, dude. I'm promoting it. I'm building it up. We're all the lunatics out there are like, yes, kick his ass, Lou, and I'm like, right. And then Chris Curtis will be like, well, yeah, but I'm making us money, dude. Like, I don't think I could beat him, but I'm like, you're the worst. Yeah. Stop ducking me, Curtis. Right.
You like Andrade, just stepping in there for a paycheck.
Right. I'm doing promotion shit. I'm not like, oh, I'm so tough. I kick his ass. Like, I'm not that. I'm like,
yeah, no, I'm talking about the guys that go on their shows and use their platform to.
They have a tap out shirt.
Just disparage these fighters, and
they own one tap out shirt, and they think they're like.
Yeah, I hate that. I absolutely hate that shit. Everybody that steps in there as warriors. They do something. a couple times a year and every single day that you would never do in your fucking pathetic life. Anyways, I want to get off of that, but yeah, I mean, back to Eryk. Obviously, coming off the surgery, obviously there can be major question marks. You have major surgery. I'm seeing this guy in the park with a fucking ball attached to his head and blackout sunglasses, and the Tony Ferguson light, park. Fuck, I don't know, but putting that all to the side. This guy's an absolute savage. The record speaks for itself. 29 wins, 28 by finish, absolutely absurd. How long is this guy's win streak? Obviously only 3 wins in the UFC, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 fight win streak. Bunch of them are finishes. Only went to decision once. So 14 fight win streak, 13 finishes in that. Just an absolute savage. Very dangerous on the feet, very unorthodox. He can present problems to a lot of fighters. And I think Poatan is not exempt from that. I think if Poatan wants to land his shots and get his offense off, I think it's going to be tough. I think the first round is going to be kind of slow, which kind of counteracts how this fight, what everybody thinks this fight is going to, how this fight is going to play out. Yuri is very dangerous, very versatile in his attacks. Nasty on the ground as well. We obviously we saw him tap out Glover in the 5th round, just amazing, legendary performance. Obviously, gets hit a lot, gets hit a shit ton, gets rocked a lot, gets dropped a lot, just part of the wildness. So, I think a key for Yuri, I think is going to be attacks up the middle. Alex loves obviously the left hook, loves the jabs to the body as well, throws the jabs to the body a lot. And I think he's very susceptible to, jumping knees up the middle, uppercuts, straight knees up the middle, front kicks. I think Pereira really has to watch out for that type of shit. On the Pereira side, I think the left hook, obviously, Yuri on tape, from what I see on tape, Yuri is extremely susceptible to the left hook. He's been viciously rocked by left hooks. And if there's one left hook you do not want to eat, it's obviously Poatan. So I think those are 2 keys for both guys, but I'm not going to pick a side. I can't pick a side, Lou. I can't. As a fan, I need to sit back, watch this fight, be entertained. Any way this fight plays out, I would not be shocked. Even if it goes a distance, I would not be shocked. Either guy finishes either guy, would not be shocked. The only thing that would shock me is like a boring fight, a 5-round snoozer, or Pereira locking in the sub. That would surprise me.
Pereira omoplata would be shocking.
Yeah, yeah, a Pereira fucking jumping triangle. I'd be surprised by that. But yeah, I'm gonna sit back, be thoroughly entertained. The display of violence we're gonna see in this fight is gonna be absolutely absurd. So I'm just gonna sit back and watch, Lou. Same way I feel about the co-main. What do you think?
Well, your viewers aren't watching to hear me say the same thing. That but like, yeah, dude. Like, I went back and forth this all week.
Yep.
So look, I'm gonna give you a pick, and then I'm gonna tell you why I hate my pick. My pick is Prochazka, and with no confidence. I just like Prochazka better. Like, I like watching his fights. Yeah. So you mentioned about how like Prochazka is so prone to get, like, his strike defense is terrible. I don't even think you like sold it as much as, like, his strike defense sucks, man. Yeah. It's really bad, and Pereira is not. And like Pereira at 205, not cutting weight. I mean, this dude, he could go knockout heavyweights. Like, this is a tank of a human being. And yet, Prochazka's one of these dudes, if he's 100% healthy. Like, do you like Duplessis?
I really don't. He just gets the job done, bro. I don't know how. I don't like his style, though.
Okay. You see what you just said? That's Prochazka. Like, every metric is like, how the fuck is this guy winning 10 fights in a row?
He's a job getter doner.
And yes, Prochazka is actually Czechoslovakian for job getter doner. Like, that is the actual translation. Like, and like he gets hit, and then he just throws some elbow from like a 90-degree angle from from the most ridiculous shit, and it works. Like, and look, man, Pereira's one loss in the UFC is a fight. It's so funny with Pereira because he beats Adesanya in a fight he's losing and catches him. And then he loses in a fight that he's winning and gets caught. Like, he was winning that fight. I know it didn't go, like, it was 2 rounds. Like, he was winning that fight.
100%.
So the thing is like, and now I'm going to sound like an asshole. Adesanya, and this is not any kind of slam on his skills, anything. I feel like there's some fatigue with Adesanya. Like you saw in the Strickland fight, like where I think he's like, I just need a goddamn break from this all shit. Like, I really do. Like, he put everything into his heart against Pereira, and he's like, I don't care anymore. Like, he needed to do that. Does that make sense? Because he looked like shit against 100%. Strickland. Like, but he looked like he didn't care. Like, even his coaches were like, you need a knockout. There was no urgency. Like, I just think he was like, I feel like that took everything out of him. He's like, I just need to win this fight.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is Adesanya had to fight the perfect fight and hit the perfect shot to beat this murderer of humans. And yet I'm still picking for Chachka, like, to beat him. And and so I'll leave it on this note. How do you get a guy in the gym to simulate Yuri Prochazka? Like, who can simulate this guy? And like how last fight I said about like a couple fights tonight, like there's not gonna be any grappling.
Yeah.
I think Prochazka absolutely could grapple in this fight. And 100%. he'd be stupid not to, especially because who's training Pereira right now, right?
Glover, no?
Yeah. So what a big fuck you to be like, I'm taking him down in your corner.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man, like, I'm still not convinced Pereira can stuff a takedown. Like, Pereira, I'm against, who's he fought that was going for takedowns? Adesanya. Stop, man. Like, stop, dude.
Like, Jan shot a couple times, no?
By the way, I'm the idiot that had a bet on Strickland's submission against him. Like, I'm like, oh, he could take him down. But Prochazka actually could proactively go for it. Like, I'm not worried about Adesanya doing it. Adesanya doesn't want to do that shit. Prochazka could do it. And if he does, he looks like a big favorite if he has success. I'm picking Prochazka. I'm saying to your viewers, I just like Prochazka. Like, this is not financial advice.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say is, you mentioned like you could see this thing going the distance. I don't think that's a crazy take, man. Like, everybody's going to be hammering these unders. But we see more often than not, Finesse? When you see two dudes that are scary as shit, that first round could just be like staring at each other, man. Like, getting reads, like nobody wanted to make a mistake. More often than not, these kind of fights were like, you see this? Let's put it this way. I think under 2.5 is juiced. Could you see round one being a stalemate of reads?
100%.
Then why would I want to bet on under 2.5 when 5 minutes of it is burned?
You know what I can also see?
I don't see a round one KO here ever. I really don't.
Like maybe second round, maybe you get a slow first round, second round rolls around. Maybe one guy comes close to finishing the other guy. And I hate those sequences. Like, if you're super close to finishing the guy and you don't get the finish, I kind of hate that. One guy's hurt, one guy's what do you call it? One guy's vulnerable, obviously, from almost getting finished, and then one guy maybe is a little tired, maybe wants to kind of take the next couple minutes off. So I see that as well. Both of these guys dangerous. Both of these guys can get finished.
I like overs like you do here, dude. I really do.
Yeah. What are you getting? Like plus 150-ish?
Here, I have for over 2.5. I think it's. I'll tell you right now.
God, that's gonna be like the sweatiest.
Over 2.5 is plus 140, 135. So even just fight to start round 3 is going to be plus odds.
Yeah.
Like, do you know? I think the only way that doesn't happen if Yuri's shoulder is truly compromised. Like,
I still think he can fight through that shit. In compromise.
Well, I mean, I know, but if he can't, but if his shoulder is bad enough where he can't block like a head kick, then it's like, I don't care how tough he is, dude. If Pereira can crush him with a head kick, I don't care how tough he is, dude. He's gonna die. All of us would die. So, but I'm with you, dude. I think that first round, I mean, I would not cap this fight ending in the first at a more than a 10% clip. Even with how dangerous both guys are, I kind of they have to respect their P's and they have to mind their P's and Q's, man. Like, right?
Yeah, it's a light heavyweight championship of the world on the line. Both guys kind of awkward style, right? Pereira hands low, kind of
Finesse, are
stalking
you
you
tough?
down. What's up?
Are you tough, dude?
Me?
Yeah, you can
Depends
say yes.
Who you ask. Depends who you ask.
Like, I'm not trying to run into the fire against a fucking tough guy.
Nah, not in a 5-round fight. No, absolutely not.
Well, even in like a bar fight, I'd be like, so I don't want to like.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'd be like, oh, could I kick this guy's ass? Probably. Do I want to die? No. Like maybe I'll read him. Maybe I'll get like a read.
I'm more along the lines of I want to pick you up, slam you in your head, and end this as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were more. I thought your name's Finesse. I thought you were a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, no, I'm not a technician. I'm not trying to jab your face off in the bar. I want to pick you up, slam you on your neck, and then just go the fuck home. You know. I want to grab. I want my friend to fight the guy and then drink the shot that he had ordered before the fight started. And just kick him one time while he's down, and then
no, I just want to steal the free shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, good. I like it's the least of his problems.
Yeah, free is free. Yeah, exactly. That's the least of his problems. Yeah, I mean, so you're for the show picking Yuri. I'm gonna pick Alex for the show, just for funsies. You know what I'm saying? Just for funsies. But that wraps it up. You know, I'll say it again. Holy shit! What's the holy shit counter at James? 17. I'll say it again. What a card! This is gonna be incredible. It's gonna be an amazing night of fights. And again, I think we're gonna make a lot of money. You know, like I said, this is a card where there's a lot of dissension. Even by smart people that I respect and trust. A lot of dissension, which leads to a lot of interesting angles, a lot of great fights. And yeah, we're going to make a shit ton of money. This is our 7th episode of the show. Through 6 episodes, we're up over 10 units, which I'll take. You know, it's not the prettiest, not the fanciest, but in fist fighting, people punch each other in the face. Yeah, I'll take 10 units for sure.
Volatile sport up 10 units in 7 weeks is great, dude.
I'll take it. 6 weeks, I'll take it. And I lost 7 units on the Izzy and Strickland fight, so that's that one fucking hurt. But yeah, you know, we're on a run. I think we'll continue it. You know, we're still trying to find a time that works for everybody. You know, viewers are kind of up and down depending on what time you know we do this. So we're trying to get this at a time where you know it's good for the viewers, good for us. You know, we're trying to still work that out. So we might keep it Fridays, might be Saturdays. We'll definitely let you guys know, but. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. The chat made the show even more interesting. You know, Gamblestein's been in the chat. Mark's been in the chat. We appreciate you guys.
Mushroom came with the chat.
Yeah, Mushroom's in the chat. Yeah, Mushroom's always first in the chat.
He actually came with the internet. I learned that on my channel.
Yeah, package deal. Yeah, package deal for sure. But yeah, love the show. Love the conversation. Lou, I appreciate you. This was pretty spur of the moment. I hit you up earlier and you right away said, yes, let's fucking do it. So I appreciate you. Absolute legend in the game. Like I said, that's a theme that I want to continue to have. People that I trust, people that I respect, people that I were fans of their content before I even started doing this. So, you know, we had Liam on, we had Weezy on, you know, we had YBB on, you know, all big fans of theirs. And now, you know, I'm humbled enough to add Lou to that list. So, Lou, I appreciate you doing this, taking the time out of probably your busy Friday night. Let the people know where they can find you, what you got going on, anything you want to plug, anything you want to give to the people. The floor is yours, my brother.
Well, if they live in Pennsylvania, I'll be making my girlfriend shrimps in like 5 minutes. I'm doing shrimp scampi, like
okay,
and we got a lot of them. So like, I'd say come on over, but like, don't. So anyway, but that's where you can find me in the next 15 minutes.
There you go.
Prop share this week with Blood of Money MMA picks. That's on the MMAN channel. Happy hour with Monk. That's it for right now, dude. I'm not really I'm really not pimping my shit.
Me either. Yeah, I don't really like. I'm not a plug guy.
I'm too old for this crap. Here, I'll pimp my birthday in 2 weeks. Like, so like I accept cash and bits of string, and and like fun compliments. So like,
what is it? The big 29 for you, Lou? Big 29. 2 weeks, big 29, right?
Do you know? I told you how old I am. You know how old I am, you son of a bitch.
You said 29. You said 20. That's what I read. You said 29.
I know for a fact. I said I don't care, dude. I don't know how I got. I'll be 46, dude. I'm more vibrant than most. I'm more vibrant than most. Hey, Weezy's older than me. Like Weezy's older than me. Narco and I are like the same age. And then everybody else is like, you young pieces of shit.
Yeah,
Thank you
no,
so much.
look.
But dude, thank you, man. I enjoyed this immensely. Like, watch the show
Mhm.
Wheezy. Like, you're a real one, dude. And can I just tell your viewers, if you get a chance to go listen to like the spaces you did, I don't know if it's still up there, about like the pitfalls of gambling, like what you learned early, dude, go listen to what Finesse did with that. Was incredible, brilliant, modest, everything.
Yeah, I appreciate that. A lot of smart people talk in that space too. So yeah, that's what I want to continue to do. Surround myself with smart people like yourself, like some of the legends in the game, and just try to get better. I'm still pretty new. I always say that I'm still pretty new to this MMA shit. Really entrenched, really betting this shit. I'm still kind of new, so always learning. Always want to learn. Always want to get 1% better every single day. So yeah, we'll end it there, Lou. I appreciate you. We'll do this again, hopefully in the near future. If you need a guest, somebody falls out, you got my DMs. I'm always open to talk fights. So yeah, we'll leave you guys off with that. Enjoy the card. I hope you guys make a shit ton of money. Comment your favorite leans, favorite angles of the card. Comment those. I'll respond to them. And yeah, we'll be back same time next week. I think there's a card next week. If there's a card next week, we'll be there. Same time next week. And yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Have a good night. Enjoy the fights, and let's make a shit ton of money. As always, I'm out.